Welcome to the Dirty Folks podcast. I'm Dirty Folk. This on a Facebook rant. It'll be on the podcast, but it won't be on the YouTube channel. It's kind of a part to my last Facebook rant saying, black man, you're not black, man. When you operate as a man, then you see yourself as a man. You're a man before you anything, right? So it's kind of like a cat. When you talk to that cat lady and you ask her how many cats she has, she says she has 3 cats. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't say, yo, I have an orange cat, a gray cat, a black cat. She has 3 cats, and then she may describe them by name next. And then she may describe each name by like, okay, Inky is black and blah, blah, blah. The only time people really differentiate is, once again, tribe, nationality, whatever. They'll say I have a Persian cat, I have a Siamese cat, I have a Sphynx cat. If everybody got a type of cat, they don't even really trip on that. It's just a cat. Same thing with a man, right? So I was just up thinking about the times in my life, right? Like that there's this antipathy from and blacks get it from the black matriarchy because women are afraid of everything. So they press that fear on their men. So they got dudes scared of stuff that he ain't even scared of. And they'll tell you to be afraid of like white folks, right? Like white people your enemy. But are they? Like for real. Historically, government is. I'm not taking that away. But I live in Chicago. Chicago is the second most segregated city in the nation, right? Only behind Boston. And then that made me think, white people are your friends in the abstract. Like they don't want to see you. They want to help you from a distance, like a missionary. They don't want to be around you, but they want to support you. So you, regardless why. I tell people all the time, man, the Klan should really have a fund for black men because we want the same things. You don't want us in your community? I don't have to be there. You don't want me dating your girls? I don't want to date them girls either. Like, we are in agreement with a lot of things. There's no black man who just likes white women because they white women. They like white women because black women are horrible. But I don't have to deal with them. Check our own chicks. So it brings me to Boston, right? So when I was young, I was like 17, 18 years old. My entire purpose in life since I was 11 was to get the fuck out of my parents' house, just to get the fuck away from them. So I'm like 17. I get a job selling magazines door to door. One of the first places I go to is Boston. Now, all I heard about Boston is how Boston is racist as shit. And Boston is racist as shit. But it's very segregated. But I live in Chicago. Every 4 blocks is a new ethnicity, right? So, but when I get there, I'm trying to sell my little magazines door to door. And everybody that showed me love was white. One dude was like, I'm not going to buy a magazine, but I know you're trying to grind. Look, I work at Polaroid. There's no more Polaroid, but Polaroid used to be in Boston. Like, yo, I work at Polaroid. Man, I get you an apartment, give you a job. You could just, I just deduct what the apartment costs, you know what I'm saying, over the course period of time, help you out. Another dude was like, look, what do you know about lobster fishing or whatever the case may be? Look, I got a boat. Look, man, fuck the magazines, but you can come work on the dock with me. I'll help you out. I'll advance your fee so you can get your own spot. And man, you come work for me until you get out of my pocket. There was no get away from me, nigga boy. It was, okay, I see you are an intelligent, articulate young man. I don't fuck with them niggers, but I like a smart dude. You speak so well. Come on with me. And the same thing happens in Chicago. The same thing happens everywhere. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who talks about slave masters, how many abolitionists were there? You know what I'm saying? People, there's a good and bad people of all type, but once you're comfortable in your manhood, this is where the Mexicans got it right. And this is where, because Mexicans are a patriarchy, Mexicans don't listen to their chicks. They let them little short, fat, bald head chicks just wobble around and just hit the wall, wobble around. Only black men actually listen to these toddlers. But what the Mexicans did right is, in the 80s and 90s, when we was laughing because they was 6 deep in the Yugo, they was just grinding, they was building, but black dudes were too. We was putting each other on at that time. And somewhere things got flipped. So the Mexicans go to the table. I'm gonna give you a perfect example: the casinos, right? The Mexicans go to the table, and the Lithuanians get the contract to build a casino in Chicago. The Mexicans get the contract to do maintenance for those casinos. $176 million out that $1.2 billion deal going to Mexicans. The Irish, the Italians, everybody got their piece. And then they said, as an afterthought, yo, we'll give the black dudes sanitation, which is a gift because there was nobody bidding on that contract. So out of 1.2 billion, they allocated 47 million for black folks for jobs. Because that's like, fuck these niggas. You know why? Because no man comes as a man at that table. They always come on some gimme shit. I'm black. You should give it to me just because you owe it from my great grandparents. It's never about merit. But if you show merit, man, these people want to shop with you. When you look at all the people that's all y'all trying to be rappers, I don't buy your music. I will free downstream YouTube the shit out you. White people buy your music. White people come to your shows. You know what I'm saying? You go to the shows, ain't number young white girls. White people buy your products. White people buy your apparel. White people show up to make for the upper echelon stars. You know what I'm saying? For every black girl who goes to the Beyonce tax return check tour, so you know Beyonce coming out this February or March because everybody about to get their tax returns, and they crack their tax returns to spend $7,000 to be front seat for Beyonce. For every one little black girl to do that, it's a gang of white people because money ain't a thing. Well, money is a thing, but disposable income. What black men need to do is just be men and stop being black, right? Tribe up. Everybody respects the Chinese. Chinese were in internment camps. The Japanese, internment camps. The Jews in the slums. All the projects was built for the Jews. The blacks just moved in them. Everybody that wasn't British or French has been subjugated in this land. And everybody else just manned up, was like, yo, I ain't going, dog. Only blacks think they're equal to women. And that's the problem. Because even black women know you're not supposed to be equal. That's why they always tell you to step up, because they really know they're supposed to sit their ass down. But they raise you to be a slave, and then when you get bigger than them, they're like, yo, why you act like a slave? Goofy bitches. Never listen to women, ever in life, about nothing. I just want y'all to be all right, right? That's it. I just want my people to be good, right? My people, my tribe. My tribe ain't black. My tribe is people that's had the same ideology as me. I just want my people to be good. So part of being good is to put a unified front, right? Part of being a huge part of being good is have a unified front. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you how they changed history while you're still alive, right? Everybody know about Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover, right? Larry Hoover and Jeff Fort were boys, childhood friends. You know what I'm saying? They started the Black Peace Stones together. During that course of time, and there was also a couple other people like Mickey Caldwell. Mickey Caldwell is how you get the Mickey Cobras now, the MCs, right? In the 1970s, under the Jimmy Carter administration, they called the Jeff Fort. Jeff Fort blew off the president and sent Mickey Caldwell instead to be ambassador. They saw those 21 boys, those 21 young men from the Black Peace Stone Nation as their own tribe. They were welcomed into the White House. They got government funding. They met with foreign dignitary. They had ambassadors. And these boys couldn't even read at a third grade level. They just stuck together. Had a logo, was like, we ain't going. Stuck together. Next thing you know, 6 years later, they sitting down with the president. Everything went down after that because they did what they did. But had they played their cards different at that very moment, it's very likely that the Black Peace Stones would be bigger than Operation Push, the United. I mean, come on, look, everywhere got Vice Lords and GDs. Everywhere. Nobody knew about Crips and Bloods until rap came out. Whole Midwest was nothing but Vice Lords, Black Stones, and GDs. So that same energy, man, it would have been one of the biggest movements that this nation has ever seen. Had they played their card right from that meeting with President Jimmy Carter. I just want that for my peoples, man. It don't take that many. They did it with 21 people. With 50 people, man, I'm telling y'all, dog, all this that y'all arguing about, debating, it's all valid because it's your feelings. You're supposed to feel like that. But with 50 people, man, you can start your home community, man. 50 people, you can fund enough bread to get 40 acres. Y'all don't understand how big 40 acres is. 40 acres, if you live in Chicago, see it like this. 40 acres is western to California from 55th to 59th. You know how many houses and businesses is in that little area? 50 people, you can get 40 acres, build $500,000 cribs from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Be able to raise your families, have a whole demo, whole situation that's just yours and yours alone. That people have to come to you if they want to come fuck with you. That you can control the commerce in your area, like the Pullman district, with how Pullman built for the Pullman porters, and that's where we got the Pullman district in Chicago. It's not even difficult to do. It just takes a couple of dollars and a little cooperation. But you ain't even got to worry about these toddlers, because toddlers gonna toddle, and they gonna toddle wherever daddy at. So the thing is, once you create something like that, then man, the same people they telling you need to fight for what? What they fucking with? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna ride out. When that Jesse Smollett shit happened, and he said those two white guys had bleach and a noose at 2 in the morning in -20 degree weather trying to lynch him. Everybody in Chicago was like, "That's not our white people. That's not how our white people move. Our, our white people are good white people, right?" As segregated as Chicago is, as crooked as the police are, as crooked as the courts are, we know on a direct level that our people not like that. Because once again, they're great invisible friends. I'm not saying go out and hold hands and kumbaya. That's for white women to do with black women because they on the same team. But I'm saying, look, we know this, right? We know like that one out, they ain't our white people. Our white people get down under the Economic Act, right? They come through and they give you tickets for bullshit. That's our white people. So, from the auspice of that, man, there's never been a time in which, say it like this. Let's say white supremacy exists. I'm not saying it doesn't. It definitely does. Let's say white privilege exists. And let's say this is an algebraic equation and white supremacy is y. So you got to solve for z. So it's x times y equals z. That y is a constant. It's as constant as America, right? But people have always excelled in America regardless. They figured out how to get past y. My grandmother told me when I was little, like, you're a black boy, you're going to have to work 3 times harder than white boys to get the same position. All right, that's cool. But what you have to do is solve for y to get to z. You can't get stuck at y. We get stuck at x because x is relationship. It's lower tier shit. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, love, support. That's step one shit. Motherfuckers getting stuck there, especially in Chicago. It's not like that everywhere. They cooperate everywhere else in America except Chicago and maybe Detroit. Chicago, Detroit, and Cleveland are just garbage ass individuals, just horrible human beings as far as culturally. You can move them anywhere else and they're great. They integrate with another culture. They move to Atlanta or South Dakota or Houston and they the most cooperative motherfuckers ever. But it's something about this Lake Michigan water that makes people in Chicago just hate shit. Maybe it's something in the air. It's the clouds or something. But it doesn't mean that what I'm saying is false. If you want to succeed, first of all, you man up. And second of all, as a man, you represent yourself as a man. There is no color. There is no creed. There's no none of that shit. It's just your tribe and what your tribe offers. And you get to be known for something. Like right now, what are black men known for, right? Black men are known for selling drugs, being athletes and entertainers, right? Black, that's it. Mexican men are known for selling weed, doing landscape, working in warehouses. Jews are known for running music companies and running banks. And running the education system. That's why everybody dumb as shit. You don't see Jews in public schools, but they run public school. Crazy, right? Whites are known for politics and being law creators. And when Arabs are known for gas stations and liquor stores, Asians are known for laundromats and restaurants, and at no time do you ever think of they women. The only time you think of an ethnicity, well, black and ethnicity, only time you think of somebody's women is when it comes to black women. They the only motherfucking bras with a voice. Any other chick that's talking is a dykes and nobody pays her any attention. Y'all niggas is crazy. But we gonna get there, man. We gonna get to the promised land, dog. Anyway, this was just a small rant, man. I got links, dog. Follow the podcast. I'll put the link down here somewhere. Man, I need to start doing giveaways or something. I got all type of shit. Anyway, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Don't be black. Just be a man, Tony, man. I am out.